are. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm good. I haven't gotten to see you in person in a while. We talk all the time. And I'm
I
like,
know, I know.
"Yes."
We should just do that. We should actually, instead of on the calls, we should just do a Zoom meeting. That
I
would be
know. We were doing them for quite a while. You guys,
fun.
Michelle Thompson is here to talk about her mindset and manifesting workshop, which is coming up this week. And Michelle, you have been able to spend some time in this group already, but a lot of people have not gotten to meet you because it's been a while. So you actually did a 5-day challenge with us. You've been inside of my Evergreen program, and you're someone that I work with on a weekly basis
Yes.
inside of your program. So I want to give you some time to introduce yourself to
Okay.
the moms who maybe have never met you, because we have had quite a few new ones come in here. And then we're going to chat about your workshop and how they can get involved.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So you're a little bit frozen. So hopefully I'm still going okay. So my name is Michelle Thompson. I'm a transformational life coach. I do mindset coaching. I do transformational full immersion work where I take somebody who is experiencing mindset issues, depression, anxiety, self-worth, confidence, fear of success, blocks of success, all of that, and I take them from 0 to 100. And anyway, so I'm also a hypnotherapist and an NLP practitioner. And I'm sorry, I was stumbling on the words. I do cognitive therapy and behavioral therapy. I'm a certified counselor, a lot of different stuff, a big bag of stuff, so yeah, I do. I usually work one-on-one with people, like I've been working with you.
Yeah.
But it's, this manifesting thing has become such a buzz, right?
Yeah.
And I usually teach my clients at the end of their program manifesting anyway. So I thought, okay, you know what? People are wanting to learn this. I mean, they're literally seeking it out. Okay. And I'm like a complete master at it. I mean, I've got this thing nailed, and I've studied with some of the most interesting people that are like masters at many different things, and manifesting is one of them. And so what I decided was I was going to create a program for manifesting, an online program where somebody could just, go at their own pace. But as I've started thinking about it, the main reason why I usually always teach manifesting after I do the mindset work is because you have to be in the right state to do it. And so that's why I created this program with a mindset portion in there, where you're working on looking at what's limiting you and, working on changing your story. There's a lot in there. So I don't know. You want to
I
ask
love it. Well,
questions or?
yeah, I will. And you guys say, hey, if you're here. I know this was very impromptu to bring you in, but your workshop's this week, and we wanted to make sure people get a chance to have the chance to spend time with you. But Michelle, when you came into my program with my students, and you guys, this group is built around women, mostly online business owners. I give you the tactics and the tips and the tricks and the how. And I started working closely with our program students. And when Michelle first came into our program, I was like, they're doing exactly what I'm saying, but there's something that's not being said, or there's something missing. And I realized that was what was happening with me when I first came back to my online business. I was doing exactly what my upline said. Exactly. I was saying the same words. I was getting in front of the numbers of people that she was telling me, and it wasn't converting. And we actually identified there was like a belief missing behind what I was doing. And that was communicating whether I thought it was or not, because I was saying the right words about the products. I was playing the right game, and I just got off a call with a Evergreen student, and we were building out her future business and drawing our circles and visualizing who's going to come in. But I'm like, we have to believe it, right? We have to have a big why. And that is part of what you started doing inside of the program when we did get to have you for that time to spend, is like, and people started, you talked about tying our passion to our products, which is a big aha, right? People were not even, whether they thought they were or they weren't passionate about what they were doing. And that was coming across like non-verbally somehow, you know what I mean? So how do you identify that with people? How is that something you're going to help them identify with is
Well, and that's interesting you say that, because you have to, one of the sections on there is that you have to be obsessed and really like I'm trying to think of what the word was that I used. You have to be like really obsessed with it and really know this is what you want.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't line up with what you want internally,
Mhm.
it's you're kind of creating what I would call like a negative manifesting. Because what happens is people get hung up on this, I got to be like the Joneses or the Smiths kind of thing. It's like, oh, I see Kathy and she's so successful, or I see Kimberly Olsen, or I see, they start seeing these people that are doing really well and they want to be like them. They see you as an image, and they go, I want to be a Kathy. I want to be a Kathy, because they think, oh, she's got it all together. She's got this, everything's so great. And if only I did these things that she's doing, I would be successful too.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem, is because they're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
They're not doing it, because they have that passion inside of them, because it's fun, because they love it, and when you start losing your love for something, you start losing that passion, everything kind of starts, your cells will go down, everything, right? And that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so with manifesting, it is like that. You have to, that is kind of like a missing link that I find, is that people are like, well, just help me manifest this and that. And I'm like, well, why do you want this? Why is it so important to you? Like, tell me more about this kind of stuff. And there's where that link is, because it's more out of desperation. Like, I need money, or I need this thing that everybody else has, and I should be like that. It's like all the cheerleaders are doing this, I should do this, instead of saying, I really want to play the banjo,
Yeah.
and it's like, but banjo's not popular. The cheerleaders are popular, so that's what I have to do. And they're missing the point, because so when you try to manifest like that, you're sort of like, you're creating, there's this negative part of you that really doesn't want to. So you want to like go find a therapist or a hypnotist to convince you that you can be disciplined to do these things. You see where that missing part is, but if you love something, and it's a desire of your heart, and it's coming from here, and it's like your subconscious mind, your spirit, your soul, your conscious mind, every part of you is in alignment, then those are some of the things that I'll be teaching, is understanding how to get there, understanding what is your purpose and how do you get into alignment, and what are some of the steps to take. How do you discover that?
It's very freeing too.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys go, so the workshop starts on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, workshops. It's in my Limitless You group, and some of you guys are in the Limitless You. Some of you guys are in the Limitless You group already, but if you're not, it's on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, so there's two things that need to happen. You need to register, and you need to join the group, because that's where I'm going to be hosting it. Registration is on michellethompsonmanifesting.com. You can put that in one of those little streamy things. michellethompsonmanifesting.com.
You keep typing. I'm muting myself out so they don't hear me typing.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So it's going to be in that we're going to do a 3-day workshop. And where I'm going to be kind of going over some of the key points to manifesting, why it hasn't worked in the past, what are some of those things that you need to apply to it, how to get your mind in the right place to start manifesting, how to get aligned to manifesting, those kind of things. What are the tools you need? What's the process? We'll be going over some of those things in the workshop. And then right after that, I'm going to open up CART for the manifesting course. And we're going to be, and that itself has So it has a manifesting section. It has a whole lot of hypnosis audios, a whole lot of meditation audios. It has 3 different sections and there's like probably a total of like 93 videos or something like that. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's, yeah, it's like close to 100 files in there. So you're looking at 3 different sections on manifesting. So there's 101, and then there's the advanced level, and then there's things that nobody's ever taught you. Like you probably won't ever find that anywhere. So they're going to be like exercises that, like meditation exercises that you can use that you probably never even heard of. Like, has anybody ever heard of using root chakra energy to manifest? You know, it's like nobody's ever heard that before. And so that's some of the things that I'm going to be kind of going over. And yeah, so I'm super excited about it. I mean, I've been working on this for a long time.
Well, and you guys, I can only validate Michelle as a person I've actually spent a ton of time with and worked with very intimately. So I have, and I don't know what everybody gets access to in the workshop. You guys go in there. I don't know if you get access to all the same things I do or if that's a different program, but I was inside of my healing Trello board the other day, and I got the meditation with the Om. The
Om meditation. Oh, okay.
And so my 6-year-old, everything you guys, why I love Michelle so much is, first of all, she already talked about authenticity, and it's got to resonate with you, and you cannot be anyone else except you. And she's really going to help you figure out whatever your passion is, how to tie it to the business you're doing and not apologize for it and make it your own and start manifesting what you want for your life based on your passion. And it's going to be authentic to you. But anyway, so what I learned from you, I find that I can apply to my whole family. So I'm watching my 6-year-old kind of have like a minute because he's kind of got a lot of, and I was like, Dylan, I'm going to teach you something that Michelle taught me. And I taught him how to do the Om noise, and we were walking. He was kind of, anyway. So I love that it's, I can apply this to my whole family. Like,
what's really funny is that, you have access to that song box and everything that has that. It has and by the way, I'll tell you some of the things that for registering you're going to get, by the way. I'll tell you that in a second, but there's several of my clients tell me that they actually listen to some of my meditations or my hypnosis audios with their kids. Yeah. And their kids will say, can we listen to Michelle tonight? Because it's the way that I do the hypnosis audios is kind of like a journey. So like you're floating on a river, or you're, walking on a beach, or you're going to a library and you're throwing away old books that represent, blocks inside of yourself. There's a lot of different things in there that kind of represent letting go of things. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you've been able to utilize that for your family. Absolutely.
Well, and you guys want to, and I just encourage you, I'm trying to turn off something keeps beeping. It must be on my side. I've got something open. I apologize. Is this free? This is free. This workshop is free. Okay. Well, first of all, it's free. And second of all, you get to hang out with Michelle. But I don't know. You just made me realize certain things that you helped me make connections that I couldn't make before. And I remember sitting in this closet and I was facing the other way, and you're like, why aren't you confident? And I was like, I'm a super confident. You're like, why aren't you confident? I'm like, I'm a confident person. You're like, if you were a confident person, we wouldn't be having these conversations. What do we need to dig into more with confidence? But I remember at first, when we first started working together, these key areas, you were like, I don't think this is probably an area we need to work in, because sometimes on the front, it looks very different. And as you dig in more, you're like, wow, that's been my block, or that's been my holdup, or that's the area I need to work more through. And so having someone like you, I mean, I've been in therapy for 11 plus years because I think it's a good, healthy thing. It's very, very different working with you and the things that you expose us to and the ways you work through. So I'm going to be there. What time is the actual live time? 11 a.m.?
No, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1:00.
1:00 Central.
Central.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they can watch replay.
Yeah.
if
Mhm.
they miss it live. Okay. So you guys
Yeah.
get registered. It's a free workshop. I don't bring anybody into this group that I wouldn't, trust to do very extremely well. It's going to be life changing. It's going to be business changing. You're going to identify some things that seem so hard. And you're like, oh, it's that little thing I've been missing. And you're going to
Mhm.
understand really what manifesting is. And the whole mindset piece is huge. I tell people all the time, it's like 80% of you moving forward in your business is nailing down this part. Then you can start to apply the tips and tricks and the tactics and the party ideas and the different. So that's why when you came into our program and you got to work with our students, sometimes it was just that one small thing, right? But it took a lot of time to get there. It took a lot of digging to get there. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's been the subconscious underlying lie I've told myself forever, right? About
Mhm.
why I couldn't be, or it's the opposite. Like you thought you were wanting to be something because that's what someone else told you should be. I'm like, wow, I bought into that theory too. Okay, so Lindsay, I hope you're going to be there. Teresa, anybody that caught this, go ahead and tag some friends, you guys. I'll get this email blasted out too, because I know we popped in here on a time that we're not normally live. But so, Michelle, for the people who are mostly network marketers, some of them have
Mhm.
Etsy shops, all of that, and they really are looking to grow their businesses. Is this a big key thing that they need to do?
Oh, absolutely. For two reasons: getting your mindset in the right place and being able to use universal energy to draw those things to you. I mean, just the mindset alone, just clearing out some of the junk
Yeah.
is good. But being able to actually learn how to focus in on the things that you need, like maybe you need 2 more clients this week to reach a goal,
Yeah.
or maybe you need to sell a certain amount to go up, to go up to the next level. There's a lot of different things that I've worked with clients when we started teaching the manifesting. I usually start with something simple, like a couple of clients or a couple extra hundred this week or a month or something like that. And then we start kind of, as your confidence gets raised, you kind of start building it. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, absolutely. I completely agree that it is something that is necessary if you want to grow.
It is.
You need to kind of learn how to do that, because when you're in a negative mindset, I found personally, okay, me, that when I let obstacles that are in my life, get me down,
Yeah.
it affects me financially
Oh, for sure.
every single time, because the energy surrounding that starts causing problems.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
It makes a ton of sense. Lindsay said she's going to invite some friends in. I know when I first started working with you, you weren't only like helping network marketers, you help everybody. But didn't you say like it ended up that you have quite a large amount of network marketers in your classes?
98%.
How much? 98? Holy cow. Okay, so if you are a network marketer, because a lot of this business
Mhm.
truly is in our head, right? And it's being able to get over sometimes not only the things we're doing to hold ourselves back, but the things that other people
Mhm.
are
Yeah.
saying about us and about our industry and about like, I don't know, whatever. So that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Well, so, the thing is I don't know if you remember me telling you this or not, but I had an office in Houston, and I had a thriving business. People were coming in and out all day long, and it was great. But COVID happened.
Mhm.
Now, right about that time, right before COVID happened, about a year or so before that, I was working with Kimberly Olson, and then she started referring me people, and I started getting, 5%, 10%. Then I got up to, right around COVID, I was at like 25% network marketers. I
Yeah.
mean, it was pretty good amount. I mean, I was getting a lot of people just kept on referring. And so what ended up happening was that when COVID hit, I literally had to force myself to go
Yeah.
virtual, or I was going to end up being out of business. So I started basically just focusing in on, the network marketing groups and stuff, and reaching out to people. And, I had to do the same thing you guys do.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean? And it just kind of turned into a domino effect, because that's where all my focus was. Now, ironically, I didn't literally send messages to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I put my energy towards that, like my focus, my thoughts, all that kind of stuff. And I started manifesting in it. And
Yeah.
now it's like 98%.
Well, good.
And yeah, I mean, I get a few people here and there that still, that are local,
Mhm.
and they'll reach out to me, and, that kind of stuff. But you know, a lot of people are still not wanting to get out of their house thing
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So yeah.
Well, okay. So you guys go ahead and get registered. I put in the description of this video, and then I'll go ahead and add the link now that the live is over, because it seems like if I do the link before I go live, it's been cutting my lives out. So if you guys are really ready to take a look at your programs and your limiting beliefs so that you can dream and live the most awesome and freeing life that you can manifest, go spend the week with Michelle. It starts on Wednesday. The link is right there at the bottom of the screen. I've also got it in the chat, and I will add it to this description. Tell your friends. Michelle, I won't get to hang out with you on Thursday because it's our normal time together. So I'll see you inside of the group in the challenge or in the workshop. And I do appreciate you so much giving your time to people, because I know what you do is a huge investment of yourself into the people that you serve, and I'm one of them. So I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming in here and sharing it.
I appreciate that. Now the group's called Limitless You, by the way.
Okay.
But if you go to my Facebook page and you just click on my groups, you'll be able to find it anyway. Okay.
If they register here, it will link them to your group.
Yes, on the website, it does have a link to my group. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So then once they register, just get in the group and they'll see everything happening Wednesday through Friday.
But if you go to the group first and you forget the name here, it's there's plenty of posts that have the registration website for that. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you for popping in. All right, you guys get registered. Okay. Bye.